Hi guys, it's Lori. John just got home a few minutes ago. We're sitting here having some coffee. Actually, I'm having iced coffee this time. I usually have a cup of hot coffee with him, but who cares?
Only good.
Do I have something on my face right here?
That's what I can see.
I don't know what to talk about today, so I wondered because I thought I saw like a shadow or something, but maybe it's just a shadow. But I have black on my fingers. My hands look like I'm an auto mechanic or something right now because it's because of this. I was out spray painting. I do have a craft project going. I could share that with you guys in this video. I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, I was just trying to think of something to talk about. And I usually don't have a big problem thinking of a topic for my videos. But then again, I usually have a couple of haul videos throughout the week and I'm out and about, so it gives me more to kind of talk about. And that's not happening right now. I think I'm going to show you guys my craft though. And just so you know, this craft idea came from none other than Glue Guns and Roses. In case you don't already know this, I really like that channel. I really like the crafts that she does. Apparently we have similar tastes because I really, really like everything that she does. And it's usually fairly easy stuff, or she has a lot of things that are easy enough for just about anybody to do. And it's the way that she explains her tutorials is really good. Like she can do a 10-minute video and show you how to do, 5 or 6 different crafts. So I can't seem to get it down to, I can't even show you guys one craft in 10 minutes usually. So maybe if I be quiet and just show you the craft, maybe this one will be. All right, here's what we're starting out with. These foam balls from the Dollar Tree. And I have some skewers right here poked down into this foam just to hold them for right now. I'm going to be using this black spray paint and I'm going to paint these balls and then they're going to go on these skewers to dry. That's what that's for. All right, here they are. They kind of look like the beginning of a science project. These really don't take long at all to dry. They dried in like 5 minutes. Next, I'm going to take some floral foam, and these are the pots that I'm going to be using. These came from Dollar Tree. I put some stones down in the bottom. I just got some stones from outside, and I'm using this foam right here to that I'm going to be using to poke my stick into, that I'm going to show you here pretty soon. And I put some newspaper. I stuffed some newspaper nice and tight around the edges just to hold that foam still, and it worked really well. And this one, these came like this from the Dollar Tree with the twine already wrapped around them, and that twine's kind of coming off a little bit, but that's all right. I'll just fix it with a little hot glue and it'll be fine. Next, I'm going to take the dowel. This is the stick I was talking about. It's a 1/2-inch dowel rod from Walmart. It's 36 inches long, and I marked it at 12 inches and 12 inches again. And then I'm going to use my miter box and just cut it right at the 12-inch marks. And these miter boxes are really inexpensive and they're really handy. It was like seriously $5 at Home Depot. And you can get them at Walmart too. So I'm just going to cut the stick down, cut it into 3 pieces. It's nice because the saw just sits right inside there and you can store it like that. So here's the 3 pieces. We're only going to use 2 of them. I'm going to use this acrylic paint. I have the burnt sienna and some black. I really wanted brown, but I could not find my brown, so that's okay. We're going to make do with the burnt sienna and the black. What I did was I put a little bit of the black in with the burnt sienna to make it more brown. It's a little too orange for me, so I'm just mixing it together with a toothpick. And it's actually still a little dark, so I'm going to add a little bit more burnt sienna to it and mix it up with my little toothpick. And it's just the way I want it now, right? Just the right color. So just paint the dowels and get those painted with the brown paint. All right, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of that black and just put some spots across it just to make it look like an actual stick. You could surely go outside though and get a stick from outside and use that if you want, but I'm just going to use the dowels. I figured it would be easier. So putting that black on there actually makes it look kind of like an actual stick from outside. So that is what it looks like. I actually decided to go a step further though. That's how I'm drawing them. But I decided to go a step further, and I forgot to show you this part, but I wrapped it with a little bit of, I just put a little bit of twine on it, and I don't know, I thought it made it look a little more realistic, but I didn't want the twine to stick out like a sore thumb, so I just put some brown paint over top of the twine. And after I did that, I thought, that looks really nice. But you certainly would not have to do this step. I just thought it made them look a little bit more like an actual stick that you would get from outside, so that is what I did. Sorry for the background noise, my cats are being weird. And here's the ball, and I'm going to take the screwdriver and I'm going to poke that stick into the ball. So I want to start it with the screwdriver. I want to start a hole and just kind of poke that screwdriver in there a couple times and try to make it kind of straight so that your stick isn't cockeyed in there. Then just use that starter hole and poke your stick right in. I don't know if you need that starter hole, but I felt like I needed to do that, so thought it would make it easier to poke the stick in. All right. There it is, a ball on a stick. Okay, the next step is we're going to take some of these Boxwood picks from Walmart. These are 97 cents a piece at Walmart. And pull that sticker off of there. Pick that little piece off real quick. And I'm going to cut them apart with my little pruning shears from the Dollar Tree. And they actually make pretty good little wire cutters. So I'm pulling down the two bottom like little stem pieces or leaf pieces or whatever you want to call it, and I'm cutting off the top part, leaving the two bottom ones on there. I tried it with the whole stem first and it was a little too long for me, so I wanted it to be a little bit shorter, and this actually works out perfectly. You're gonna have some left on your stem then after you get them all cut off, and I used those pieces too that I'm going to show you here in a second. And I used those pieces, cut them off, and used them to fill in. So that is what you're left with. All right, then you just take it and poke them into the ball. Just start poking them in until you like it. They go in really easy, and I pulled a couple out and adjusted them, put them in a different spot, and it doesn't cause any problems at all. So yeah. Just poke them in until you get the ball filled up with all the Boxwood picks. Okay, next step. I've got my foam. I poked a hole in it with a screwdriver, and I'm putting a little bit of hot glue in the hole just to make sure the stick doesn't pull out of there or fall out or tip over or whatever. Stick it down in there. Make sure it's nice and straight. I'm going to reinforce with a little bit more hot glue around it once I'm sure that it's straight the way I want it. Then we're going to use some of this Excelsior from the Dollar Tree. And you can use any kind of moss or, like the floral moss or the reindeer moss or whatever. But I'm just using this Excelsior because it was handy. And I like it. I think it looks good. So just take it and pull off a hunk and set it around the bottom of your plant to cover up that foam. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of hot glue underneath just to hold it still at the bottom. And it's certainly not going to hold down every single piece of this, but at least it's going to kind of help hold it in place. Next, it's time for a haircut. Instead of trying to pull off all the straggly pieces, because if you do that, you're just going to make a big giant mess, just give it a trim. Little haircut, and you're good to go. All right, guys, I have it all done. I'm going to show it to you real quick, and you could probably embellish it any way you wanted, but I'm just going to leave it right like this. I am really, really happy with it. Yeah, I love it. I've wanted one of these things for the longest time. And now I have one. I'm actually going to have two because this one's finished and I haven't finished the other one, but I will do that one and set them out. And at some point in time, I'll show you how I have them sitting in my living room. So yes, here it is. All right, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.